Great water bottle tossing. Out of Gavin Laughlin right there. Love it. Well, we are just about ready to get things underway for the granddaddy of them all. The third period, the time where men become boys and boys become men. The Marauders went out to a 2-goal explosion right at the end of the last period, really taking control here, but 20 minutes is an eternity on the ice. You cannot rest on your laurels quite yet if you're the Marauders. You still got 3 goals to cover in 20 minutes. And a team that would like nothing more than to come in and spoil your senior night. They got to go pedal to the metal, all gas for the third period. That was sentiment from Coach Schroeder. Talked to them a little bit in between periods. He's keeping the foot on the gas. Third period. As the Florida State war chant rings out through our not great speakers, so pretty cool, we are just about ready for puck to drop on the third period. It has been an action-packed one so far, kind of a reverse of what we saw in the first game, first time these two squads played very early on in the season. Back in October, I think that game was, a long time ago. I was kind of Westchester coming out, all gas, no brakes right at the start, kind of blowing the Marauders off the board immediately. Maybe not that as much, but the Marauders have taken a pretty, not a comfortable lead, but, no one would not like to have a 3-goal lead, They're in a good spot, but they got to keep that play up. Can't take the foot off the gas just yet. 3-goal lead with like 2 minutes left? Yeah, maybe, but 20 minutes, a lot more than that. I don't know what's going to happen, but I can guarantee you the third period is going to be exciting. Westchester looking to regroup and punch back the Marauders after a really wheels kind of falling off right at the end of the second period. They had to contend with a tough home crowd, student section right next to their bench. So it's a tough road environment for them, but they're used to it at this point. Playing in this league, there are not many welcoming road environments. I can think of TC&J wasn't bad, Seton Hall wasn't bad, but other than that, there have been some tough spots to play at here. for the final time in regulation play. We'll be taking a face-off from the Firebirds logo. It'll be O'Connell, and it'll be Pareca. Millersville wins it. Rifled quickly down behind the back of Nate Torres. O'Connell overskates. Always tough doing this freshly. Oh, again, talking about slipping on this freshly done ice. For the first couple of minutes, you're going to be seeing a whole lot of that as a Ram flies at about Mach 2 into the backboards. A dangerous opportunity goes in between Cranston's legs. It was a little bit in front of him. Would have been a tap it for Jack Cranston. Frenzied attacks on both sides. Both these squads itching to get back out on the ice when they're sitting in the locker room. Evidently. Thor Martin. Again, you don't really see it. It's weird. He's listed as a defenseman. He doesn't really do things. He does the defenseman things, but he kind of does everything else, too. It's really interesting. Kind of just a utility guy. Jonah Bird coming up. Rifles it down. Finds the stick of Jake Petticone. Petticone goes far side. Out to Dunnigan. Dunnigan up to Stromberg. Stromberg. Far side feed to Bird. Bird to Zerko. No. Gloved by Torres. Bit of goaltender interference on the Rams there to themselves. 18:45 left to go in regulation. Westchester chases a trio of goals. A little bit of officials coming over to the sideboards here. Making sure the door's shut? Or what are we doing, guys? You talking to me? Well, obviously some kind of rink issue here. Taking our second, but wow. We'll step aside for a quick second. We'll take another look at that playoff picture because the Cahonia Cup playoffs are in 2 weeks from now, and they'll be right here at Lancaster Ice Rink. 1 seed locked up. It's Westchester. So, not really technically have much to play for in this game, but rivalry is enough to play for. And if Newman takes down TC&J tonight, they'll lock up the 2 seed. That'll put Scranton at the 3. And if things hold, they'll play Drexel, and we will play Stockton. Both of those games in the regular season against the Ospreys were insane, and those are just regular season games. Playoffs at LIR against Stockton, electric. Millersville looking to press their advantage in the second. Tries to go center ice to Zerko. Rings off a stick and heads back into Westchester. Defensive zone, Jonah Bird chases down. Bird looking for a man in the middle. Taken away by a Ram stick. Cut off by Carey. It's Duchowski getting through. Tied up, and Millersville back on the attack. It's Petticone. Petticone rips it wide of Torres. Pickett leaves the puck in open ice for a second. Looking for Bird or Bell, kind of splits the difference between the two. Ryder nearly gets it, but it falls to Drew Monroe. Pinballs off the board to John Lee. Lee taking his time for the blue line, sends it in. Centering ice pass. Couldn't get a shot in on Cassidy. Back off a stick, sent back in on Cassidy. Blocked by the arm of Alan Ryder. He's going to have a welt tomorrow, but it'll be well worth it. Man, I can't imagine getting one of those pucks rifle at me and just taking that off the skin. No! Cassidy gets caught flat-footed on the far side. Outskates him. And draws Westchester 1 goal closer. 5-3 Marauders. Westchester's still maintaining their shot lead, but it's been getting smaller. They're up 36-28 where that's concerned, but where it counts, Millersville still up 5-3. 17-24 left in the period. Kopcho gets tied up momentarily. Schindler and Rysack will give chase. They actually get beat by the Westchester man. Schindler holds him up at the boards, leaves it open for Rysack to take. Rysack gets tied up. Kopcho into backing up Schindler. Holding it for a split second. Schindler loses it. Gets out to Kopcho. Kopcho, Schindler, and Wilkinson coming up. Nothing materializes out of that possession. as Copshow loses it in neutral ice and sent back down wide at Cassidy. Copshow rifles it back in through, bangs out the boards behind Torres, and draws an icing call. Heading back towards Cassidy with 16:41 in regulation when things commence. And we're just about ready to get things started up again. Quick shot in on Cassidy. Good reflexes to send that one away. Low-lying shot just blocked by Cassidy's pads. Westchester putting in some dangerous chances. They're going down swinging. 16:20 left in regulation. The Marauders holding on to the 2-goal lead. Johnny Morgan takes a hit. Good block by Wes Bieber. Can he catch up to it? He'll throw the Blakes and is sent down the ice to get the Marauders a line change. Not a line change, but Bieber will be heading off. Good play. Jack Cranston boxes his man out for a second where it's sent in by Bell. And that'll be an icing on the younger Bell. 15:56 left to go in the game. The Marauders still up 5-3. It'll be Walter O'Connell, I believe, in the draw for Millersville. He'll win it, kicks quickly back to Martin. Martin nearly sends it right back towards Cassidy, and he'll have to glove it. Kind of that'll be like one of those like NBA Follies DVDs from the 90s, or VHSs, I'm dating myself. But yeah, there's a little slip sound, there's like some funny music playing, nearly an own goal for Thor Martin, but Cassidy's heads on straight, and he makes a save. Westchester back on the attack, rips it in on Cassidy, gloved. Can't play more than a couple seconds here. Final whistle, 15:43 left to go in regulation. That's the 40th shot Cassidy has faced. He's only let 3 past him. Right back out to Westchester, keeping the pressure on. Martin trying to clear it out. He'll get it out to Morgan. Can't get possession, though. Westchester staying with it. Blocked in right in front of Cassidy by Bell. Martin playing that physical defense all around the perimeter here. Giveaway right in front of Cassidy's net. Shut the door on by Millersville. Still keeping it out. Keeping that 2-goal lead. Westchester trying to get it within another one. In my blind spot in the corner here. Looks like Martin won it. Martin takes a big hit. And all that bumping and hitting is going to draw a whistle from the officials. 15:08 left to go as Jack Cranston gets tagged. And he'll head to the penalty box for 2. Big ask for this PK unit for Millersville. Still an eternity left in this game, and they'll be down a man for at least 2 minutes. Or at most 2 minutes. Colin Duchowski re-enters the game. Not sure where he was. And he'll be right on power play duties for Westchester. And it falls to Duchowski immediately. Duchowski sends it in. Played off the pads of Cassidy. Petticone trying to keep a ram out of Cassidy's crease. Sent back in on Cassidy again. Trying to poke it in. Goes wide. Dangerous opportunity for Westchester early on. Don't look right now. It's back in. Laying out is Duchowski. Breakaway attempt for Andrew Zerko. Can't get a shot in on Torres, but he kills another couple valuable seconds on the Westchester power play. Back to Bird. Bird and Dunnigan. Bird will backtrack in no hurry. Ripped it in. Nearly hit number 18, Jack Bockel, in the face there. Our number 18, Aiden Stromberg, hanging out in the Westchester zone. Stromberg giving chase to Duchowski. Duchowski trying to skate around Rysack. Rysack backpedals. Rysack, good poke check. Not a good clearance. Played off the hand of Jake Petticone, sent back in. Below a minute on the Cranston penalty. Laid out. And the puck. That's exactly what you want. That slow kind of puck that goes right at Torres. Fancying a little bit after the play. Ref's going to let him go. 48 seconds left on the Cranston penalty, and 13:55 left to go in regulation. So it'll be O'Connell awaiting the stick side draw of Torres. O'Connell wins. Sent back in on Torres, wide. Picked up by Westchester. Oh, Stromberg hanging out in the Westchester zone. Swings at it, can't free the puck. Centering pass back to Westchester, works it around from the blue line. To the periphery. Back to the blue line. Ripped in, low-lying shot, wide of Cassidy. 20 seconds left on the penalty for Millersville. Back out to Westchester. They're using all of this power play that they can. Millersville, body block from O'Connell. Back out to Westchester. Ripped in, far side. 5 seconds left. One more shot left. They get the block. And we are back to 5-on-5. But Westchester's still in the Marauders zone here. Clearance from Dunnigan, blocked out. Staying with it. Full layout block from Jake Petticone there. Gets the Marauders back on the attack. It's Kai Dunnigan working through. He has Justin Corelli. Blocked in transition for Corelli. Martin's going to backtrack. Martin, good poke check out of Thor Martin. Carey gets tied up. Left for Ryder. Out to Corelli. Corelli looking to break out. Gets to Aiden Carey. Carey lose the puck for a second. Ryder's there to back him up, but Ryder can't control it either. Ryder trying to find Carey again. Martin on rebound duty. He'll have to backtrack on defense. It's Martin and Bell back there. Sought in off the pads of Cassidy. It's Ben Bell from his own blue line. Kicks out to Ryder. Ryder broken up in transition. Ripped into the netting by Ben Bell. Whole lot on that one. And again, I'm thankful. This rink has netting. Some of them don't, and you really feel it. 12-11 left to go in things. 44-28 are the shots. 5-3 are the goals. Westchester leads in shots. Millersville in goals. Jonah Bird picks up the loose change. Back out to Bell. Bell back to Martin. Martin finds Bird again. Bird wanted to get Zirko in stride, couldn't. Zirko plays it again. Bell tries to cut up. Excuse me, Bird tries to cut it off. Bell will play it as it goes back into his defensive zone. Bell far side to Rysack. Rysack works up to Stromberg. Stromberg loses it. Below 12 minutes to go. Millersville holding on to 2. Stromberg gets turned around. Zirko looks to close off the breakaway attempt for Westchester. He can't. Bird can, however. Back out to Rysack. Rysack hesitates. Got to Bird in the middle. Bird gets blocked out by his own man. Collision. Oh no. After the collision with Bird, Jack Cranston goes down holding his knee. That is the absolute last thing you'd want to see if you're a Marauder fan. We're going to take a quick break as they'll look at Jack Cranston. Huge loss for Millersville right there. Jack Cranston suffered an injury earlier on in the season, and hopefully not to the same knee. Can't put any weight in his gang. Is going directly to the locker room after a collision with Jonah Bird. Big loss for Millersville. They'll need to play without him, though, for the last 11-16. Next man up for the Marauders. That's a gut punch for the Marauders there. Well, then they get their heads back on straight and hold on to 2 for the last 11-16. O'Connell wins it. Morgan and O'Connell get tied up. Westchester comes away with it. O'Connell goes to the ice to make a save and gets back out to Ryder. Ryder off the boards to Rysack. Rysack far side feed to O'Connell. O'Connell pokes it back to Rysack. Takes it. Shot when he's not looking. Rysack holds. Gets picked off. Back giveaway from Rysack. Save from Cassidy. Hand save from Schindler. Dangerous giveaway there. Shot in. Blocked by Tyler Cassidy. Flashing the leather once again and stopping Westchester from pulling one goal closer. 10:46 left to go. We restart things, nearing the 10-minute mark of the third period. Another giveaway, sent in on Cassidy, turned away by the pad. Dunnigan out to Petticone. Petticone back to Dunnigan. Dunnigan works up far side, trying to find Bieber. Loses it in transition. Bieber lays a hit. You're not taking my puck without getting a bruise. Doesn't touch the ceiling. About maybe a nanometer away from doing that. But play continues. Behind the back pass, only finds a great jersey as Millersville dumps it down. Looking for a quick little change. It'll be Petticone heading off. And Martin entering things along with Ben Bell. Bieber lays another hit. We are officially below 10 minutes in regulation. The Marauders holding on to 2. Back out to Owen Quinn on the far side. He'll ring it around for Ben Bell. Bell throws the brakes, kicks back to Martin. Too fast for Martin. Goes to Bieber. Bieber chops at it. And it's back to Matt Cole. Hope. I forget how to pronounce that name. Holey, I think. Back to Quinn. Quinn from the faceoff circle. Turned away. Good stick block from Zerko. Zerko throws the brakes. Back into the defensive zone here from Millersville. Rips it wide of Cassidy. He's nearly faced 50 shots so far as Millersville will take a quick breather and get some fresh bodies on the ice. It'll be Aiden Stromberg and Johnny Morgan entering the fray. Stromberg frees it. Stromberg from close range tries to chip it. Misses Torres. 8:50 left in regulation. Puck comes close to us here. Played by Bell in no rush. Bell goes far side to Schindler. Excuse me, that's Rysack. Puck doesn't go to the Millersville bench. Bird off to go back. Bird, Rysack. Bird takes the hit. Rysack takes the puck and gives it right back to Westchester. Owen Quinn rips it in. Not on target. On Cassidy. Bell looking to break out. Bell rips it down. Gets back to the ice of the Marauders. Gets some more fresh faces on the ice. Right off the bench. Good body block from Kai Dunnigan. Off the glass, played by O'Connell. O'Connell tracking it down. Nearly picked off by Carey. Carey staying with it. Dunnigan backtracks. Along with Bell. Petticone. Petticone plays it. Petticone sandwiched against the boards, but Dunnigan's there to pick him up. 7:50 to go. Back out to Westchester. Petticone frees it for his captain, Dunnigan. Dunnigan off the boards, picked off by Westchester. 7:30 to go. Shot broken up in transition. Carey coming away with it. Carey just rips it in on Torres, and that'll free the ice up for the Marauders for a full line change. Shot goes way over the head of Connor Rysack. Needs to be chased down by Jacob Schindler. Schindler chips in, gets a big hit for it. Rysack backtracks to the middle. Rysack in front of Cassidy. Closes off the shooting lane. Aiden Stromberg enters the zone, leaves to Zerko. Zerko rips in, has Bird far side. Westchester comes away with it. Luke Diamecchio throws the brakes, loses it. Bird chases his man down. Diamecchio throws a bit of a cross check on his man there. Schindler looking to break out, leaves it for Bird. Bird and Stromberg, 2-on-1. Bird rips it, blocked by Torres. Bird gets his own rebound, but loses it quickly to Jake Bokel. Bokel coming on the ice, 6.5 minutes. Gets tagged for an offside. 6:34 left to go. Westchester still down 2. And the student section reminding Westchester of the rules of hockey. They cannot do that. Millersville nearing their 30th shot. Westchester nearing their 50th. Millersville kicks out. It's Thor Martin. Martin overcooks the pass to O'Connell. 11-29, Garrett. What are we doing? Opportunity for Ryder. Gets past O'Connell's legs. Slapped on by Serko. Serko, 3-on-1. Serko takes the shot himself, and it's gloved by Nate Torres. That was kind of a really close quarters 3-on-1 right shot from Serko there, taking it. Just Torres covered a lot more of the goal that he could have shot on. 6:14 left to go. The Marauders notched their 30th shot. They've scored on 5 of them. O'Connell wins the draw from Millersville. Quickly lose it. Martin needs to backtrack with Ben Bell. Millersville breaking out. It's Ryder. Ryder staying with it. Good body block from Ryder on the boards. Ryder falls down, staying with it. And it'll be a penalty call on Westchester. The last thing they could have wanted right there. Golden opportunity for Millersville to triple up or double up their lead. It'll be Colin Dachowski heading to timeout for Westchester. 5:50 left to go, and the Marauders will be up a man for 2. O'Connell on the draw, kicks it back to Martin. Martin from the blue line leaves for Stromberg. Stromberg back to Martin. Martin taking his time. Back to Morgan. Morgan behind the back pass, Stromberg behind. O'Connell behind the back pass to Morgan. And it's going back to Martin anyway. Gets blocked by Walter O'Connell. Knocks his man to the ice. Martin stays with it. No one can quite control it. Ryder will chase it down. Ryder hits out. Morgan will need to stretch out his stick and save it. As Westchester will take over. It's Owen Quinn sending it down the ice. Where it's picked up by Thor Martin. Stromberg chops at it, runs in it, and it's picked up by Aiden Carey. Carey, 4-on-1. Aiden Carey sends it in. Valiant effort by Carey, taking on the defense by himself, but it's turned away. Less than a minute on the penalty. Falls to Carey. Carey trying to turn it around. Gets to Martin. Martin rips it. No good. Sent back in. Again, wide of Torres. 40 seconds left on the penalty. 4:40 left in regulation. Millersville looking to extend their advantage. Ripped in again. Wide of Torres. Back to Martin. Martin sent back into my blind side. It's ringed around and out of play. Don't do anything rash now. Yeah, you're not doing anything. It's fine. And it's going to take a whole lot more than that to get in Aiden Carey's head. 28 seconds left on the Dachowski penalty and 4:25 left in the game. The game. Ram down on the ice right away. Oh no, I announced this curse him. Ah, shucks. I'm sorry, folks. Aiden Carey heading to the penalty box. Nuts. Well, we'll be 5-on-5 for 24-64 and 4 for another 24 seconds. And Marauders will be down a man for a little bit. After that, 4:22 left to kill. Westchester still chasing 2. Westchester, their first attack in a little bit. To Wilkinson. Wilkinson Back out to Kopcho. Kopcho's going to be fast chasing up. Kopcho throws the brakes. Fans on it. Uh-oh. Tyler Cassidy. When his number is called, he stands tall. Faces his 48th shot of the evening. And keeps it from going past him. 9 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. 4:06 left in our contest. Regulation in our contest, that is. Face-off won by Millersville. Rysack tries to find Kopcho. It gets there eventually. Kopcho back out to Rysack. Rysack and Bird. Anderson, Carter Rysack. Nearly puts it past him. It's on Bird. There he gets in. Not sure who they're crediting. It's Jonah Bird. He had 0 before today, and now he's got a pair. Jonah Bird puts the Marauders up 3. Always positive and uplifting is the Marauders crowd. As they're going to let Jonah take the face off. Awesome. Looks like Jack Cranston is in front of us. Knee taped up and iced. Hopefully, again, hopefully that's nothing internally damaged with the knee. But we'll see. And that'll be the end of the night for, who's that? Jack Bockel. Hill got the hot water first. But the Marauders will still be down a man for another minute and 33 off that carry penalty. So even though there is 3 minutes and 54 seconds left, a goal a minute is not impossible. So cannot take your foot off the brakes yet, or off the gas yet, if you're Millersville. Back out to Westchester. Falls to Duchowski. Duchowski drawing most of the chirps from the fans this evening. Ripped in on Cassidy, turned away. Duchowski hits it back in. Rysack collects, pushes it to Bell. Bell will send it down. Good clearance out of Ben Bell. .50 seconds left on that carry penalty. 3:10 left in the game. Gloved out of the air through a sea of bodies. Tyler Cassidy, in his debut at LIR, putting on a show. .308 left in regulation. Westchester needs a goal a minute if they're going to level things up. Zerko quickly on it. Westchester controls. 40 seconds left. Up a man. Back out to Duchowski. Duchowski defers. Back to Duchowski. Duchowski passes again to the middle. Wide open barn door for Liam Parecka to shoot at. He couldn't get his stick down in time. And another delayed penalty on the Marauders coming up. They like to make it difficult for themselves. So just as the carry penalty is about to expire, they'll be right back on another one. Shot rings wide. Millersville looking to stop this though. Ripped in again on Cassidy, wide. The carry penalty is just going to expire before this next one happens, which is, it won't be 5-on-3 at least. Wow, missed shot there from number 23, number 22, Liam Parecka. Fans on it. Carry. Oh, well, it's pretty cool. Won't count, but it's a kind of a bit of a flex rain carry. I could have scored if I wanted to. I just don't even need to. It's all right. 2 minutes left for Millersville. Looks like it'll be Zerko, I believe. Get tagged. Yep. So, for all of regulation, except 11 seconds, Zerko will be sitting in timeout. Unless, of course, Westchester scores. You know that. I trust your good hockey fans. Good peak here. 51 people on the stream. Don't get many that often, but thank you for everyone who's taking time out of your day to support the Marauders on their senior night. And you've seen one heck of a game. Open shot for Westchester. It is Colai. On his backside. You never really see goalies sitting like that. But Tyler Cassidy makes the save in any amalgamation of how his body can be moving. He'll make the save on you. 2:03 left in regulation. Westchester still chasing a trio. We didn't get the clean version of that song. Less than 2 to go. Westchester needs a miracle. Don't say that. 1:45. Westchester being picky with their shots. They commit to that one. It goes wide. Westchester from their own blue line. 1.5 minutes left. Out to Owen Quinn. Owen Quinn to first. Hands go up, not me. Let's see what the refs will say about that hit. And some obvious frustration. Out of number 20 there, Luke DiDomecchio. DiDomecchio? Tough names. But we'll be 4-on-4 for about the rest of regulation unless something happens goal-wise.
I'm surprised they didn't pull their goalie for that.
No.
You know, down 3, you're already up man advantage. I'm surprised they didn't pull their goalie.
Obviously, the telepathic coaching abilities not extended to Westchester's bench from Brian Morgan. They kept the goalie in, and it did not work. Westchester just kind of playing out the last minute here. Definitely still playing hard there. They're going down swinging. This is still a rivalry. We near a minute left in our contest here. The Marauders still up 3. Taken away by Martin. Martin kicks out to Alan Ryder. Ryder takes it himself high and wide of Torres. Westchester from the Firebirds logo. Behind the back pass, taken away by Dunnigan. But right back from whence it came. Right back to Owen Quinn. 40 seconds left. Few more clearances here. Far side pass broken up. It's Carey. Carey will rip it down. Wide of Torres. And that'll stop things with 23.4 seconds left to go. This is night and day difference. Brian was with me for that first Millersville Westchester game. The guys came out flat. They looked like they were playing scared. That is not what has happened today. They knew they could beat this Westchester team, and they materialized that. And they're taking all this momentum right into the playoffs. Hey! Frustration boiling over here for the Golden Rams as they've lost. It's been a rough comeback from winter break for Westchester. They lost to Rowan. They lost to Stockton. And now they're taking one of their worst losses of the season to Millersville. Yeah, it's the only regulation loss. They lost to Rowan, and they lost in overtime to Stockton. But I think it's their only regulation one. Night and day momentum differences going into the playoffs. The Marauders beat 2 of their biggest rivals, and Westchester looks limp going into the playoffs. 2 seconds left. They're just going to run it. Fans wish the Golden Rams a farewell as the Marauders do just about as good as they can for this weekend. Tyler Cassidy, in his first weekend as a Millersville Marauder, puts on 2 absolute dazzlers as he stands on his head to defeat the Quakers and the Golden Rams. Coach Schroeder has 2 great goaltenders for the playoffs. Well, that'll about do it for our game from Lancaster Ice Rink. A big thank, as always, to Miranda, our bus driver, and Brian Morgan for his excellent camera work. I'm Garrick Milbrand, the voice of Millersville Ice Hockey, and I miss you already. Goodbye. I told Russ not to do this. Thank you. Oh, my lips are blown out and cold. Good night. We'll see you next week.